Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure and my god, we have an update for the ultimate base all-in-one and now we are at 4.0. If you like what you see, come like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, come join the Discord channel. Link in the description below. Thank you so much to all the new members. Appreciate you greatly. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So if you'd like to become a member, go click up the top. That being said, link in the description below for that too. Now, after the last update, Pocket Pair had seemed to have changed the pathing in the bases. So as you know, we had quite a when I say we, I say myself and the community, had a look. It wasn't that complex of a base. Visually, it was very neat and tidy, but still very busy in its own kind of way. Everything had a purpose, and it still does. This 4.0 base, which I'm giving you a tour of, and I'm going to do a tutorial because you will need it, allows every pal to walk freely and access everything. What was happening before was pals were having problems with staircases, even though they should not have. So until they fix their stuff, we remedy the problem. So whenever you've got a hot tip, please feel free to comment it below. That's useful and constructive. So let us have a little tour of this base, and I think you're going to love it, especially if you love minimalistic stuff. I have kept everything to its minimum level for you because I know that people don't like clutter. But I've done some really special things with this base that make it aesthetically beautiful without infiltrating walk space, pathing, etc. So first of all, we're going to do a little panoramic zoom over here. I've kept all of the breeding pens the same, but over here we have this beautiful building here that is basically just our home. It's our home and it's our storage. We have utilized these absolutely stunning cherry blossom trees within the base. So we have those there. I have put in street lamps sort of embedded sort of with the trees. These are useful obviously at night time, but they're absolutely beautiful looking too when they're lit up. So this is our bedroom basically. And then we have our storage all along this wall. There's other storage around the place. When you do your build, I highly suggest to lift up the foundation a bit more to avoid the grass. So as you know, when it comes to building foundations, you can make your foundations run flush with the ground or lift them up a little bit. So I don't mind the grass so much, but some people just like it clean. I kind of like the outside being sort of brought in a way. So there's that, but I would recommend that you just raise it up just so it's nice and highly reflective. But anyway. So that being said, there's our bedroom. We have all our storage there. You can put another one there if you need more. Just those little cosmetic aspects that won't infiltrate or interfere with any pathing at all. Stick them away from where creatures go. So over here, I've just got the repair bench and also just that pal thing that, that doesn't get used very often, but it's still, in a place, it's not in a main thoroughfare. This section here, you know that I love that beehive build, and I've done that again. So it's a 3-story high beehive. We need the beehive. If you're new to this, the beehive is there as to create honey as an ingredient for the breeding facilities over here. So honey is part of the cake that you need to make to put in the boxes, the breeding boxes. On each of those. So the recipe again is honey, it's milk, it's wheat, flour, and then we have the egg, right? And the berries. So every other item can be bought from the vendor, right? Except for honey. So we have to have a beehive, basically. Well, we don't have to have a beehive, but I've made this so it's very easy to run itself. So here we have the 3-story high beehive. You could make it higher if you wanted to. The pathing should not be a problem. I have stress tested this for This has taken me about 6 hours. So we have the little creatures that will run through here, the bees, and up to the final level here, right? I have stress tested this. I'll continue to stress test it and make sure nobody gets stuck or anything like that. As you can see, it is totally breathable. I know a lot of people love their big boy pals, and these have proven a problem. Even though you don't need the big boys, some people still want them. They've proven a problem to get to certain places. So the original build with a 3.0 base had a room that contained the PAL box inside it. And the reason for that was to make sure that when we summoned a PAL to breed, so let's just simulate this right now. If we get Jetragon out, Jetragon's going to take off straight away, right? Bring him, see ya, bye. So you can imagine trying to capture this PAL when you want to breed them. But now with the use of the monitoring stand, you can assign those PALs to those breeding pens. Before you could not. And that's why I had that like one-story room in the first place with the ramp, etc. We don't necessarily, obviously don't need that now. Sometimes they can stray, but you sort of go between what is risk and what is a benefit. And the risks are that PALs get stuck in the base, in a small base like that, especially if you've got big ones. So if you're summoning PALs that have got a room around it like we had, in the game they started to pile up on top of each other and they got stuck. So this remedies that issue. So we've done away with that room entirely, which had a lot of fluff to it. It had, carpets and things. I've just gone, nah, let's keep this nice and clear and, as you can see, breathable. So people are going to sigh, a lovely sigh of relief when they see this one. So as you've already seen, we've got our bedroom here. We have all of the mining things that you don't particularly need sulfur. I put that there just because, in case you do. But you don't particularly need it. We've got the tier 2 ore mining. We've got the coal there. You don't particularly need that. And then stone. You can never have enough stone, I think. So what I've done with this is I've ran the glass from the middle all the way to the end because it has a really beautiful reflection of the fountain. And also it just looks lovely with the tree there. Instead of having all that wood and the big glass walls at the back, I just wanted it very picturesque, and minimalistic too. So over here, we have all of those production lines. Nice, breathable area, all on nice wood. Beautiful view while you're over there and while your pals are over there. The views of the beautiful flowers, etc. So there's that. Then we have all of the breeding pens are the same. They have not moved. No problem at all. You can see all the eggs popping off there. They're done, complete. I have moved the power towers over here and here. Previously that they were off in the corner over there, but what I wanted to do was when we summon the pals and they drop here, I wanted them to be able to quickly go and just stand and charge those up, the electric boys. I'm hoping they're not going to stand in the way and block it. We'll wait and see. We'll give that a little bit of time. The main things that you're going to use, obviously, is this for the smelting. So this allows Jormuntide, or whoever you use when you summon them, because they'll be dropping from the back of the box here, sometimes, the front, and it just gives him this distance to get around with no problem, but not too close to the box where he's going to block anybody. Same with the little electric cooking thing here. Then we've got the little cooler fridge if you want to use that. I put a little divider here just because I thought it looked weird to have it just sticking out. And I wanted to have all these facilities close to where the PAL box is also. Usually with smelting, I like to have it close to where the ore is, the mining nodes, but all you need to do really is just put a box. I mean, as you know, that Palworld has a proximity box. So if you have a box here and they put the ore in there, then you've already got access to it over at your smelting station anyway. So let's have a little fly over this field. Again, there'll be a full tutorial on this. So we've got 2 of the hot springs. And yeah, it's quite breathable inside. So I haven't experienced any pathing difficulties. The only thing that I could foresee maybe with big pals is perhaps the mining section. So if you've got a whole bunch of mining guys that are in doing that ore, that might get a bit congested. But again, you don't necessarily need that sulfur mine at all either. If you just want to go nuts and just use this one, then that's fine, good and dandy. So there's that. So ideally, I would just have, personally, I would have the tier 2, and I would have, perhaps just the coal. We do need that crusher there too. And then this logging camp is absolutely for aesthetic purposes. Obviously, we get the wood from that, but it just adds a different little splash of dimension to everything, which I always like. So taking that away does make it cleaner looking, but I like it there. It does steal a little bit of thunder from the cherry blossoms, I'm not going to lie. Over here, I've built this specifically out just so we can have tables and chairs here. So you can put the nice furniture out if you want, the antique one, for example. But I think it's nice to just have a rustic one there. And then bang, one of those here. But you have to be careful, again, doing this stuff. We'll actually probably move it a little bit out just because of the pathing issues commonly experienced with this game, randomly also. So we'll just put this chair like here and over here. Right, out of the zone. So just getting this down a builder. And look at the view. It's absolutely beautiful. So we've got the little dungeon down there too. We've got triple waterfall there. We've got a lift monk effigy around there somewhere. I can't remember where it was. Which I'll leave there. Sometimes it just looks nice to leave them there. And this is a really nice spot too for all the meteorites to land. As you can see, this is all the zones that they land, just all the way down the hill, etc. So as you know, the base 3.0 is the exact same location, minus 643 to 73 coordinates. And it's just lovely. So up here we've just got, again, matching roofs. And just this, again, bringing the outdoors inside, that's just not going to muck with any creatures pathing as they move. So I'm going to stress test this one more time. So by the time the tutorial comes out, there might be something a little tiny bit moved. But as you can understand, in order to do a tutorial, I have to take the entire base apart in the first place, which takes as long, basically, as to build it, because you kind of have to work backwards. Ideally, I probably should have just recorded it and then did it, played it back the front. But it's going to be interesting to try and plan it out so we know exactly what the measurements are to incorporate those cherry blossoms. So certainly pay attention to that at the time when you're building. So again, a hot tip if you're just new here and you're going, how the hell did she get cherry blossom trees inside the place? Once you have no foundation there and time passes, like a day, the trees grow back, right? So if a cherry blossom naturally grows here, or any tree, and we take that foundation piece away, the tree will eventually grow through, just grow at the ground. Then you can put a foundation piece over it and it will keep the tree there. The issue is if you have pals in your base who do logging, right? So when we have any pals that we summon, to our base, we're going to use the monitoring stand to say, do not log. You are not chopping any logs down at all. You can bind them to, say, the lumbering camp here, and that's all they'll do. Hopefully, I don't trust them, but we can just say no logging at all, because, you know, I just got these there just for aesthetic purposes, like I said. So that's where we're at the moment. I hope you look forward to this one. As I said, it's taken well over 6 hours to do, and just to try and get it through my head where everything should go, like purposefully, pathing friendly, and absolutely aesthetic purposes too. You know, it's quite easy to build a base. It's, you know, functioning, but it's difficult often to make it look really nice and neat and have those little touches, especially with the cherry. Look at that. The cherry blossoms. Oh my God. So we'll have a little flyover. There's something else that I've done that you get to see as a surprise. It's really beautiful, and it has to do with what I've done with the lighting underneath the glass. And you can't see it now because it's not nighttime, but when you do, I think you'll very much appreciate it. It has this beautiful glow, and it makes everything just light up, all the glass light up with that green hue. It's stunning. Like I said, yeah, come like, comment, subscribe, come join the Discord channel. I'll share some more pictures over there. Make sure that you check the community page on here on YouTube, where I'll always post updated pictures of the builds and what's incoming. If you're totally new to this and you're going, oh my God, this is overwhelming, I'm not ready for it, I've just uploaded a beginner's guide to building your first house. It is absolutely adorable. And there's a 2-hour tutorial coming up. It's sort of a tutorial, everything you need to know about all of these settings in the game, but also it's I guess, play along with me in the first hour or so of the game, and how to level up, with all tips and tricks along the way, because the PlayStation players have just come into the game, and hopefully they'll find it helpful. If you're one of them, welcome. I love and leave you until next time. There's our 4.0. Don't you be sneaky and try and build it before I do my tutorial. I know that you're going to take a screenshot and get into it. Okay, fine. Let's just fly above. And that's what it's going to look like. So again, you won't have to move your breeding pens at all. They stay. But there's a lot of other things that we need to deconstruct with 3.0 in order to make it 4.0. And like I said, you can go ahead and build it now, but I'll be changing some things probably. So we'll wait and see. Love and leave you. Thank you so much again. Until next time, looking forward to doing 4.0 all in one base.